Big pee-pee.
Yep, the first thing
Okay,
in the recording is Big Pee-Pee. Thank you,
Good.
Derek.
You've
All right.
been. So you guys have been kicked out. You've been kicked out of your caravan.
All right. I would.
They don't give you very much time. You guys get your stuff. Here's your stuff. Everybody just piles in and takes off.
Good
Between you guys
luck.
getting out and these caravans leaving is maybe a minute.
Thanks
I
for
would
bringing
still.
us here.
I am disappointed.
Disapproving dad
But
look.
let me ask you this: was every single person in the caravan on board with this? Whereas in every
Yes, they all came out in a group. From
Okay.
the tavern. Yeah,
All right.
they were all together.
In that case,
As you guys get left in the dust, you see.
did they at least let us procure our stuff?
Yeah, they let you get your stuff.
Okay, cool.
As you guys see this come up, you hear a voice from behind you. Hold on, let me bring him up. Give me un momento. Un momento. Let me bring up some. An old man approaches you guys. Hold on. I'm not showing you a picture, but I can show you a picture in a little bit. He's got a white beard, hair. He's got big earrings. The word gypsy is a slur. But he does look like a wandering Romani person, essentially. I don't know if that is that racist.
Romani? No, it's an ethnicity.
If you had said gypsy, then it would be.
Yeah, because they're not Egyptians.
No,
Fuck you.
I mean, that's why they were called gypsies.
No, they're not.
So this guy says, "Oh,
Wait, really?
like you hear this old man from behind you. He says, it's like your caravan abandoned you."
I would probably look at him and say, they're scared. Scared people do not always make the most altruistic of decisions.
Man,
I am
that's
Avril.
He says, well, as it turns out, we actually have a caravan parked right outside of the other side of town. We're heading that way if you would like to join us.
That is convenient and very nice. Very nice of him, but also very convenient. I'm gonna quickly let me size this guy up a little bit. What can I tell? What can I tell about him? Any suspicious, anything that would indicate more bandits? Because we are vulnerable right now.
He does not. I mean, he's an old man. You beat the hell out of this guy.
Beishra's an old man too.
At least you can gather that you. I mean, he has a dagger on him, but for the most part, he's not even. He's not even like wearing armor. He's just wearing clothes. Doesn't even have leather armor. Mostly everything on him looks like lavish, ornamental. He kind of can tell your suspicion. He says, "No commitment. If you don't wish to travel with us, that's fine. But please, at least come to our camp. Sit with us."
Very. I would probably turn
he
to.
looks at you guys. He says, "I take it if we gave you trouble, we wouldn't be troubling you for very long, now would we?"
Yeah, that's probably true.
Well, turn to my our companions, including. I would probably also try to get the opinion of our resident captive here, because this is.
He asks, "Do you have drink?"
You just
He laughs,
drank.
He says, he laughs. He says, "We always feed and what would you say feeding for drinking?"
Hydrate.
He says, "Our guests are never thirsty, never hungry, and never without delight." That's all Bayshore needs. He says,
Never hungry.
Yeah.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt Beishra.
Basher kind of looks at you, goes, "I don't see the harm. If you need me to kill somebody, let me know."
Let's put a pin in that.
So you.
Okay. I'm gonna kind of reach a hand down to the keys to the manacles just to make sure I have them in easy reach. Give him a nod and follow this old guy.
Okay. He walks you toward the outskirts of this town. There's no. It's a day's journey to the town you're going to the city you're going to, but it's mostly clear roads. It's the forest is pretty much behind you, so you just have a lot of open territory. It's not super dangerous, only because you could see somebody coming from a long way out. Unlike where you were before, where it was thick woods and curves, that's where you have problems.
Got it.
He takes you into his camp. There are. This man, his name is Stanimir. Stanimir. He comes into this camp. There are a total of 12 people, all of this similar dress, including him. They have 6 draft horses, and they have wagons. I don't know how many wagons they have. Trying to figure out how many wagons they have. Tell me.
Right. I added him to the stuff I don't want to forget as Caravan Wanderer. Is that accurate?
Yeah, that's.
Well, as we're walking,
everybody is. You come into this camp and everyone is jovial, laughing, smiling, telling stories. The mood is almost infectious.
let me before we enter, I want to look at the Stroberg?
Stranimir.
Stanimir. Stanimir.
Oh, wait, no,
I'm gonna look
Stroberg
at
is the other
Stanimir and
place.
say, are you certain that we will be welcome at this gathering? Hardened warriors perhaps might better handle. Well, lizard folk aren't the most understood creatures.
He looks to the group. He says, "Friends, are our guests welcome?" Everyone stops what they're doing, lifts up their drinks, takes a drink, and the
Screams.
merriment continues.
Well,
I found my new home.
they strike me as decent sort of folk.
Guess we got a
I
party.
will Yeah,
They
I'll
have
follow them in.
a campfire set up in the middle of their wagons. They have 3 wagons. They're set kind of off center, off of the road. He sits down on the outside of the fire. He says, "Would you sit with me? I haven't been able to tell my stories to anyone new in some time." He has two people sitting next to him. He motions to them. He says, "This is my daughter, Damia. The other side, this is my son, Rotka. Damia, daughter. Rotka, son." And there are 9, like I said, there are a total of 9 other of these folks, mixture of male and females.
Okay.
It looks like his son is the actual man in charge.
Mm-hmm.
Where he, as you guys are sitting, he's walking around and checking. But Stanimir is just, he's a jolly old man.
Okay.
He talks to you guys. He says, "Would you listen to my story?"
I always enjoy stories.
Certainly.
Excellent. This is all the payment we require for transport.
I'm relatively shocked by that fact. Say, we are not a poor order. We can afford to pay.
He says, "No, not our honored guests."
Thank God, I would have had to make a
Yes.
bluff check.
He's the
Can I give an insight
So-
check to see if he's on the up and up?
Sure,
Are they gonna get us drunk so they can rob my 0 gold?
sure. Go ahead. Make that insight check.
Sir, do you remember that one half-drank can of Bud Light we gave them? Yeah? Well, this whole raid was a net loss.
I'm going to GM roll. No, you don't determine anything.
Alright, so then I will trust him and listen to his stories.
Okay. I'm going to show a handout to the players. I'm going to show it. Did it work?
Oh.
Okay.
Ooh.
Magic.
Yeah, so he takes a swig of his wine,
Oh, he's got some dick sucking lips.
fills it in his mouth, and then he spits it into the fire. The fire flames turn from orange to green. As they dance and sway, a dark shape appears in the bonfire's core. It says, "We come from an ancient land whose name is long forgotten. A land of kings. Our enemies forced us from our homes, and now we wander the lost roads. The dark shape in the fire takes the form of a man being knocked from his horse. Stammer continues. One night, a wounded soldier staggered into our camp and collapsed. We nursed his terrible injury and quenched his thirst with wine. He survived. When we asked him who he was, he wouldn't say. All he wanted was to return home, but we were deep in the land of his enemies. We took him as one of our own and followed him back toward his homeland. His enemies hunted him. They said he was a prince, yet we didn't give him up, even when their assassins fell upon us like wolves. Deep in the bonfire, you see the dark figure standing with sword drawn, fighting off a host of shadowy shapes. This man of royal blood fought to protect us, as we protected him. We bore him safely to his home, and he thanked us. He said, I owe you my life. Stay as long as you wish, leave when you choose, and know that you will always be safe here. The figure in the dancing fire vanquishes its final foe, then disperses in a cloud of smoke and embers. Stanimer's normally jolly face becomes a somber mask. Curse has befallen our noble prince, turning him into a tyrant. We alone have the power to leave his domain. We've traveled far and wide to find heroes such as yourselves to end our dreadlord's curse and put his troubled soul to rest. Our leader,
Goku.
Madame Ava, knows all. Will you return to Barovia with us and speak with her? Now, normally you guys would have agency.
Yeah.
No, but this was entrancing in a way that you didn't realize. You all find yourselves, and yes, maybe you made rolls and they failed. I don't care because I need this adventure to start.
Yeah.
I am happy to help.
You all, strangely against your better judgments, and this might especially hit
How
you.
about this? Because I
Oh.
think we can. I think okay. How about essentially this? They say this caravan. So essentially, Cliff's notes. This caravan is not actually. It's going that direction, sort of, but it's not going to the town we're seeking. Deep down, I kind of don't. Justice has to be done, but if the two other party members I'm with say, we absolutely we will go, and we're like, I'm gonna walk him to town myself through the wilds. Okay, if they agree to escort it to town once we solve whatever problem, then I can begrudgingly go along with it.
Okay.
Yeah.
It'll be a mixture of that and you probably, without whatever this gentleman did, you
Yep.
probably would have had a better chance of telling him no. Listen, I'm not saying Stanimir isn't a nice guy.
No, I didn't get the sense that he was a full throttle douche nozzle or anything like that.
He might not.
You mean to tell me he
Ethically
didn't have our
honest with
best
you?
interests at heart?
It's possible.
Did we even get to
That
eat
doesn't make-
food?
Oh yeah, he shared food and drink with you. You guys have been having a meal.
I
we thought-
pigged out. I
I
probably
will
ate
also
guys-
say this much at the very least, for the sake of getting the adventure moving. I'm gonna go with that. I sort of did not really grasp the full scope of how far we were going.
Yeah, he
I would
guys-
okay, because I would ask, will it take us long to get there?
uh, he says, no, not at all.
Oh, excellent. No worries
Perhaps-
then.
And they went.
So, after a day, an evening of merriment, of fine wine, more fine stories, these seem like good folk to you.
Mm-hmm.
Like good people. They're happy. They almost seem like hedonists, but in a good way.
Okay. They're more free spirited and less
You're very free spirited.
hedonism bot.
Yeah, they're not. You guys ride in their caravan. You still have. You feel drunk.
That's
But
new for me, because I generally don't get that way.
yeah, it's not all the alcohol, but you guys have this intoxication when you're with them, and it just almost feels. It feels like you belong. It feels like they were here.
Constantly tipsy.
Like you were. When they said honored guests, they meant it. You are honored guests. Asher's just having the time of his fucking life. He doesn't like all of his problems melted away.
He's a good grandpa.
He's an iguana on a heat rock right now.
Cause yeah, well, I mean, his specific character, right? If I look at his personality traits on his sheet, food, drink, and material comforts can be a very tempting vice. This is a flaw.
My
So,
flaw is that I like food too much, a little too much. So
you guys travel. You seem to travel in a slightly different direction. You almost seem like you're going lateral on the road to where you were going for a day's journey. The day turns into 2 days. You guys press them. You said it was close. It's not much farther.
Okay.
The road, the weather starts to take a turn. Instead of being bright, it seems to be darker, even during midday. There seems to be almost a present fog slowly creeping up from the ground. Then, even more so. The caravan is engulfed in fog. Riding through it, your company doesn't seem to mind. They're all laughing and telling their stories.
Make a mental note to ask them how they can navigate through such a unfamiliar, unseemly terrain.
Yeah, that's true. You can't see where you're going. They say, we've been this way many times. We don't need sight to navigate to our life.
We don't need eyes where we're going.
Oh, fuck me! I'm in and out! No, peace, I'm bailing out! Okay, now if we're just,
For that monologue, by the way, things to note. They didn't tell you what their prince's name was.
I wonder what it could be.
You guys know, but your characters don't know. I was never told.
Well, honestly, I kind of got the sense that they were dialing up the mysticism a little bit.
I'm pretty sure
It's
I've never heard of
obviously
Barovia.
something important to them, but I have no idea just how much of that was just, it's bards. Bards, that was a tale. The kind of thing that entertains travelers. They need our help with something, but I'm thinking perhaps they're just too embarrassed to say it up front. Or I don't know. My jury's still out on how far I can read into that.
Okay.
I hate
Well,
cake.
I cannot
What'd
go
you say?
any further. I cannot go any further in this because you guys have entered the adventure location.
Oh, snap, son.
Dun dun dun.
Yeah. So if somebody goes and wakes up Zach.
Zach, get the fuck in here!
Zach!
I I'm interested.
Adventure location, god damn it! You think it's time to just be fucking around, Zach? See what happens, Larry? You see what happens when you fuck a stranger in the ass?
He's definitely asleep. Like 100%.
Uh-huh.
I
Probably.
can check. Check my
Fuck
PlayStation.
you.
Fuck you!
That wasn't me, that was you. Oh, that was Derek. I thought that was you, Mike. Telling yourself, fuck you.
It's gonna start
Like
doing
everyone
that
who
next time.
sneezes, just anyone, even yourself. Just fuck you. It's a new bless you.
It's really fucking annoying.
Yeah?
No, just somebody doing nonsense.
Be right back. I have to wake Jen up.
That's not Zach.
Where's Zach? Why is somebody just like damage his health by calling him 100 times?
Is that how Dream works? It's actually just a very mundane spell. You just cast it, just annoying them over and over again.
Yeah, pretty much. The dream spell is just sleep deprivation. That's all it is.
It's actually a pretty horrifying way to kill people. That's actually why I think what is it? Night hags can cast that spell, can't they?
Yeah, if they hate you. And just, yeah, fuck you. No more long rests for you.
Ever. Well, no, you can as long as they with a warlock, a dedicated warlock can bring down some concentrated fucking fire on you. But
They just
you-
need to get that spell slot back.
But that's what I mean. You would be fucking like you would need a warlock of sufficient power and genuinely impressive dedication, like alternating between casting dream, resting for an hour, and then just doing something else, casting it every like 6 hours or something like that. So you definitely catch them, and once you've caught them sleeping, just repeat until you've got them. But even then, if they long rest even once, and they have enough hit points to survive a couple hits. Either way.
Zach is not God of Warring right now. So.
All right, I will be back. Hold on.
I'm gonna eat a
I had to-
sandwich.
I had to modify that intro a little bit. I know it was a bit heavy-handed, but maybe not even. I think they had to. They didn't like you guys, so.
Well, I hope they all get killed by bandits.
Listen,
I'm back.
there's nothing wrong with.
That is a cool picture. That's not a cool picture. But my character has pale skin and black hair, so it's kind of the opposite. That's a cool monk, though.
I just looked up generic human and I found just like, hey, a brawler. There you go.
Nice.
So invert the colors and then it'll be fine.
You do it.
That's what I said. I'll do it.
Yeah, you. Oh, I thought you said that I should. Never mind. Fuck you for doing something nice.
Okay. So,
Pee pee.
You guys get to do pretty much whatever you want in this.
Orgy.
Listen, my character took a vow of chastity, for all you know, so
I don't know.
I don't want to have sex with a lizard man. He's too old.
Just let him chew on your butt. It'll be fine.
I don't want that. I guess Zach is dead.
I mean, he's pretty much an asshole, so.
I'm glad that's recorded.
I'm not ashamed.
Don't worry. We always have to pepper in insults so that whenever somebody watches the recording, they'll just suddenly spot it.
So that, I showed you guys that thing. Did it show you, like, too much? Or did it just show you the picture?
Just a picture.
Alright.
There's like text buried 200 pages off screen.
Yeah.
No, because I'm always worried that, like, I'm gonna do the wrong thing, and then it's just like...
Oh no, how did we get control of Strahd's character sheet?
I had it open while you were telling the story, so it's just that in the background, so I thought that was pretty good. Also, I should probably stop the recording now, huh? So
Maybe.
I can always restart it if Zach pops up, so I'll stop it right now.